Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Eddie Moore that did his part, the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. To throw is Prescott. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Aubrey good with the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. To the air with McCarthy. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Franklin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down. Showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. A run with Vaughn out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 44. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Now McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get the divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, here's McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Throwing is McCarthy. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Dancing to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A very solid gain of 27. Prescott on 1st down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime, 47 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. So they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, and now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third.
What you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The give to the fullback on the dive.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Moore, the man in motion.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, they changed things up on 1st down trying to throw the ball. Incomplete. So they come back on 2nd down and say, forget that. Hand it off to the big man. And he ends up making it a manageable 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own. And this announcer kind of speechless. Cannot explain what just happened there. Utter lunacy. He ran the wrong way the length of the field and gave up a safety. I'm not even going to try to unpack that one.
Good move. Let's just leave that one alone, shall we?
Cat's got our tongue here in the booth. That's taken it around the 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McCarthy.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A give to Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Vikings for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And this is going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game and one of the...
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a gain of 35. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those 2-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. McCarthy now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's back. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy over the middle and complete to Addison. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To the air again, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's back. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They
they'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's guards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
They'll run again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 15. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And That's complete to Davis.
And he's got some space here.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, McCarthy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Here's second down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.